So I just had a dream where I was walking my dog. I came across a park bench with nothing but what I was assuming to be a woman, and I said, wow, I gotta shoot my shot here. I walk up, do not introduce myself, hand her my dog's leash, and start tying my shoe. As soon as I finish tying my shoe, I get up and ask, hey, what's your dog's name? Y'all. That was the icebreaker. It worked. I hooked up in my dream. I woke up lightning fast, 90-degree angle. I am angry. How does me in my dreams have more riz than me in real life? I can't even fathom this. So I decided to try it in real life, okay? And here's my restraining order. What is this building? I've never seen anything like this. Since when have they had igloo villages? This is so sick. It's nice that Minecraft finally added a nutsack. I've been waiting for this moment. Oh my god, the pigs come in different races now. This is sick. If there's anyone that loves diversity, it's gotta be me. I love Mexican people! So me, my buddy Darren, and my buddy Austin were drinking beers. Just three dudes being straight to a certain extent. Us three finish up a case and Darren says, wake me up in 30 minutes, I'm gonna take a trap nap. My buddy Austin opens up a second case. He says, hey, you trying to fuck? To which I respond, oh my god. I gotta call her. Anyways, Darren falls asleep on the couch 5 minutes later. We hear the garage door opening. Austin's younger sister comes into the door, followed by an assortment of Mexican folks of all ages. 12 Mexican people roll into this house. I go, Austin, I cannot believe my eyes right now. Austin turns to me and says, en serio, estoy intentando follar ahora mismo. I'm at a loss for words at this point. So we move the party downstairs. I am immediately handed a Modelo in return for my Bluetooth speaker. We make this house sound like an Acapulco. Now these are a Spanish-speaking people. My friend Austin knows enough Spanish to be a conquistador. I can understand it, but not speak it well. Darren is still asleep. We are getting turned up, and Darren comes down the stairs from his trap nap. He opens the door from his nap looking like this and goes, what the fuck is happening here? As he stares into a room consisting of myself, Austin, and 12 Mexican folk that do not speak his language. Darren does not speak a lick of Spanish. So Darren decides to show off his only Spanish-speaking skills to this group of people. Darren, not knowing any Spanish, walks around the party saying, puto, puto, to which everyone said, no. I watched this man drink 8 beers and struggle to communicate with anybody for 2 hours. He goes back to bed. He wakes up and turns to me and goes, Ian, why wish there's so many Mexicans there? He said, that was the most odd experience of my entire life. Now, I made pretty good friends with these people. So with Darren's birthday coming up in June, I'm thinking what better way to celebrate than to invite 12 Mexicans over for a surprise party. And nobody else. Man, I could go for some synthetic penis about now. Hey guys, listen to my impression of if Santa was a caveman. Ho. So for you guys that are into feet pics, I broke my toe, put me out of work for 2 months. Let me tell you all about it. So basically, I went to the gym with my buddy D-Man. We decided to do leg day. Now, mind you, this was my first leg day in 11 months. I am completely out of practice. I throw 230 pounds on, do my reps, and go to my buddy's house. It's his birthday. I bring 2 cases of beer. I'm excited to celebrate. So when I get there, I go to get out of my car. And as soon as I try and stand up, I collapse outside of my car. Both my legs just completely give out. Y'all, I am Joe Swanson. I pull myself up off of the ground. I go around to the other side of my car to grab 2 cases of beer. Y'all, I open the door and immediately collapse again. I go, oh, okay, this is not gonna be a fun night. I'm walking up to my buddy Harma's house and I see 7 stairs leading up to the front door. I'm at the bottom of the steps. I see Harma at the front door. I hold up 2 cases of beer and I say, let's party! And then I take my first step onto the staircase and I fall backwards and slam both cases of beer all over the front steps. So I finally get into the house and his entire family is watching the election. I hear Donald Trump is leading in the polls. And then I involuntarily collapse on their floor. My buddy's mom pulls him aside and goes, is Soup on hard drugs right now? What's going on? And he goes, no, he worked out too hard. I don't even know how to make that sound real. It sounds like an excuse that a child would make. So eventually we walk downstairs. So eventually he walks downstairs and I go one step at a time on my ass. And once we get out of the office, I pull myself up in a chair and say, I'm not moving. 30 minutes later, I'm like, I gotta piss. I guess I'm moving. So I go take my leak and come back. Inches before I get back to my chair, I collapse again. I'm feeling like Joe Swanson. I'm like, okay, I need to come up with a solution here. So I start stretching. I cannot move my leg past this position at all, but I still tried my best to stretch. 45 minutes later, I gotta piss again. Uh-oh is right. So I thought I was a little more safe because I had been stretching this entire time. I go to the bathroom, take my piss, walk back. I'm starting to feel a little more cocky, so I'm like, I think I feel a little better, man, and I go and lift my leg up. As soon as I lift my right leg up, my left leg immediately folds, and I fall directly on top of my right toe. Absolutely obliterating that hoe! I heard the snap, crackle, pop like a Rice Krispie, and I fell to the floor like this. So Harma throws me back up into the chair physically, kind of attractively too. He puts on a stethoscope and like takes my pulse and says, hey, you gotta go home, man. You gotta figure this out. So I say, listen, do you have any crutches? He brings me some crutches and now I have two choices. I can either go up the stairs on crutches or go around the sloped backyard. I cannot crawl because the grass is soaking wet. God, it was so wet. Of course, it starts raining as soon as I start talking about So I'm ready to get out of the chair with these crutches. I've chosen my path. Now this is my first time using crutches ever. I push both the crutches into the ground, I go to swing, and now what I don't realize about crutches is that you need at least one functioning leg to make crutches work. So as soon as my foot hits the ground on the other side of this swing, I collapse again and the crutches fly everywhere. I look up to my friend and I say, this is exactly what hell would be like. I'm like, brother, you're gonna have to hold me from the back while we walk. So we get outside. He's holding me from behind. I'm walking with crutches. The crutches are digging into the dirt. So every time I take a step, I have to pull it out and then I fall over again. And my fat ass is too heavy. He can't hold me up. I fall 5 times on the way to my car. And you know what? We did it. We did that. That was the power of friendship. So I finally pull myself into my car. Give back the crutches. My brother goes inside. And I turn my car on. And I made a daunting realization. I can't drive without my right foot. And that's the story of why I skip leg day every day. It was such a profound experience that we actually made a song about it.
I just broke my foot. Now I'm on disability.
So many years ago, I was a little bit younger. That's right. I'm older now. But anyways, we were smoking one night 8 years ago. Me, my buddy Mitch, and my buddy Brandon. And 3 random women we have never seen since. Brandon and I take a couple rips and we decide to go for a walk. So while Brandon and I are going on a walk, Mitch and the girls are still taking rips. So Mitch and the girls are passing around the bong and one of them drops it and it shatters. Oh no. She feels so bad about breaking this piece that she goes to Mitchell and goes, listen, let's go to your room and I'll give you some dome. Mitch had to think about it for a second and goes, that's a good deal. So my brother gets some action, and then Brandon and I get back from our romantic evening walk. Mitch is geeking. He goes, you're never gonna believe what happened, and tells us the entire story while we're looking at the broken piece on the floor. So after Mitch took 5 minutes to explain how he got head, Brandon slowly looks at him and goes, you broke my bong? Oh my God. I just found like a spot that I died at like years ago. You fucking cocks. He was one hit. I was probably mad as hell trying to find that spot like 5 years ago. My God, which one of the villagers made this? We probably should let Mitchell around it. I feel like for old time's sake, we gotta hit ourselves a freestyle. Give me a topic to rap about. Tacos. Tacos, whipping up my tacos. I like cheese salsa, lettuce right on top of. Filling up my pop cup, I'ma call the doctor. Pepper when I'm on one, but I like my citrus. I party with these bitches, I ain't tap a single one. I get my nuts cut off by my mistress. I need some calamine, counting money, make my hands itch. Whole lot of cream on my hands to stop a mild inconvenience. Ooh. Eldritch abomination, I don't know what that is. I don't have a dictionary, that don't make no sense. That ain't no word that really exists. Oh no, hey, did I stutter, bitch? I'm laughing my ass off when I'm walking on rich. Oju Gravy, what they call me, I saw some of that bitch. My mama found my vape, she like, can I have me a rip? right now. The room the man is looking towards. What's in there?